Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Oh, you got a little cat out there?
Yeah,
And
Foxy can sense the camera, so she's jumped
ah,
in.
ah, she wants to be the main person
Yeah,
in the show, yeah.
always.
How are you doing, Iris? It's been such a while. It's such an honor to have you here. Thank you for joining.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I've been good. I had a baby in
Yes.
2023, and her birthday is in a few days, and she's going to be 3, and
Wow.
she's with grandma right now because otherwise she would be very
Also in
distracting.
here with you, along with your cat.
Yeah, yeah, this one's distracting enough.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
No,
No,
I've been really busy and it's been really nice. How about you?
yeah, same. It's been busy, as you know, that we did that collaboration.
Yeah.
And now it's in Nordstrom.
In Nordstrom, yeah. And I'm from Seattle, which is, I believe it's a Seattle
It
company
is a
originally.
Seattle head
Yeah.
office. That's right. It's a
Yeah.
Seattle brand. Oh my gosh, we've come a full circle.
Yeah. I used to go in there when I was younger and I couldn't buy anything, of course, but I remember
Yeah,
just looking around and being like, someday I might be able to buy something here.
that's right.
So it's very unexpected. I never imagined to actually
Yeah.
have something in there. So congratulations on
Thank
on
you.
landing that client.
Thank you, and congratulations to you for having your art in there on the bags. Let's jump right in. I want to introduce you. So, Iris Scott is obviously a beautiful artist from just Japanese Impressionist art, and I'd like to take you guys through her journey. So, why don't you go ahead and tell me how did you start out? What made you, you know, become an artist? Like, what inspired you?
Yeah, I was like many little kids. I was very drawn to art. I always wanted to grow up and be an artist, but then, you grow up and everyone says that's a crazy job. You can't really have that job. That's a fantasy job. And I did believe that for a very long time. And when I was 26, I kind of I took a gap like after college. I was like, I better take 1 year away and before I become a grown up and
Mm,
enter the real workforce.
mm.
So I saved up some money and I moved to Taiwan in 2008. And that was the year that I just started spending every day painting because I could afford to. The cost of living in Taiwan was very low, and my rent was $100 a month, and it was like a
Nice.
shoestring living. Yeah, and I had the freedom to paint, and I wasn't really spending any money at all, right? So I was
Mm.
spending 8 hours, 9 hours a day painting day after day, and I started to get better quickly because that's what 8 day will do if you do it weeks. And then I started sharing it on Facebook, and people started asking if they're for sale. They're $50, and I thought that was just a ton of money
Yeah.
because my rent was $100 a month. Yeah,
Right.
I thought I was rich,
Yeah.
and I felt rich. I really did because I really was spending no money. My
Right.
food was $1 a meal, and so I went full time overnight as a 6-year-old and have been full time since. And and just slowly, I just kept painting every day and raising the prices because of the demand. Not, I
Yeah.
didn't artificially raise prices. I just would raise my prices when I ran out of work and couldn't keep up.
Yeah. That
And so
makes
really the
complete
rest is
sense.
history. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was finger painting at in Taiwan because I ran out of clean brushes and didn't want to clean them and paused painting
Are you
and then
serious?
noticed
Is
like,
that
yeah, that's
how
how
you
that
started
happened.
finger painting? Wow.
Yeah, it was just a silly accident. Yeah, I ran out of clean brushes. I needed to switch to bright yellow. I really didn't want to pause and go to clean all my dirty blue brushes.
Yeah.
And so I just did a wipe of yellow with my fingertip, my clean fingertip, and I was like, wow, that's a beautiful mark. And so I
Right.
finished the painting out. And then the next day I went and got gloves because you really shouldn't paint without gloves
Yeah.
with oils.
Yes.
And I just decided to just dedicate myself to serious finger painting with oils, and that was in 2008. around there.
Right. And then what happened? So you were in Taiwan for how long?
A year, and then I came home. I thought maybe the magic would end, you
Yeah.
know, maybe it won't work in the United States.
Yes.
Um, so what I did is I came back, I moved into my mom's basement. I
Yes.
tried to keep my expenses as low as possible
Mm-hmm.
because that way I didn't have too strong of the pressure to to panic and go
Yeah.
get a job.
Yeah.
So still shoestring living. And then what happened is within about a year, I found, that you could sell art online.
Okay.
Facebook was really booming,
Mm-hmm.
and I very, very slowly made my way out of the basement into Seattle, spent
Okay.
a little time in Seattle, and then when the income from painting allowed it, I jumped to New York City and spent 6 years there. And then when the paintings allowed it, I jumped to a ranch in New Mexico where I am now.
Wow, look at that story.
Yeah.
So you have actually
Yeah.
taken it step by step and
Step by step,
grown.
baby
Yeah,
steps, baby
yeah.
steps.
But
Yeah,
the
not a lot of risk, just baby steps.
but the Seattle to New York was a very big move. That's a very big move.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah,
inspired
that was
you
a big
to
move.
take that big, that big leap? Because that is
Yeah.
intense, right? Because New York is like the biggest it gets,
Yeah.
technically. And the
Yeah.
rent
And I didn't
is
know
no
anybody.
longer rent is no longer $100.
No, God, no. It was
Yeah.
a bit frightening at first. But what I did is I saved in Seattle to cover that move and have the cushion of screwing up, of things going wrong. Um, the reason I wanted to go to New York was the show New Girl and the show Girls, which were both set in New York, and I was absolutely hooked
Right.
on the those shows. I couldn't get enough. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. So, how did you grow? Did you display in any? Because obviously, we should also, it's important to sort of give your journey to even aspiring artists because it's not easy and everybody doesn't have the courage to do what you did, especially because there is a lot of negativity from family, friends. Oh my gosh, being an artist is like a huge risk, right? So,
yeah.
were there any regrets, and would you have done anything different had it been today, like 2026, and not 2008 or nine?
Yeah. So I guess the only things I would have done differently along my story is I wish I would have studied more video, like
Mm,
making video,
mm-hmm.
as a college student. I think
Okay.
that would have just been worth its weight in gold in the long run
Yeah.
because you have to self-market so much to make this work.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And up until just a few years ago, you didn't have to pay for any advertising because social media was such a wild west and it was so
Exactly.
organic. It has
Yes.
changed. They are making you pay now.
Correct. Even
A little bit,
creators,
yeah.
it's making you guys
Oh,
pay as well.
yeah,
Creators.
the algorithm doesn't push you out like it used to.
Yes, that's true.
There's paywalls now. So they got us hooked first because they
Yes.
let us have it all for free, and
Ah,
now you have to pay to play a bit. But um, yeah, let's see. That's my only regret with the whole thing. And then I guess just advice um, to artists is to simplify your life, bring your
mm,
cost of living way down,
mm,
and try to as hard as you can to cover your costs with the art so that you're painting 8, 9 hours a day. Because
mm.
that's when you'll really improve. I
That's
mean,
right.
I only know this story. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it, but that's the only way I know
But
from
the
experience.
way you've done it is what people like Tony Robbins get paid millions to say as well, because it's what you master, right? Like you get paid for what you master because behind that one beautiful art piece that you created has been hundreds and thousands of hours of you sitting with your fingers, painting and
Yeah.
perfecting your craft. Because there's
Yeah.
no way that could have happened otherwise, right?
Right, right. Yeah, in a way, when people say, how long did that painting take you? I say, it only took me 42 years to figure out how to do it in 8 hours.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And which is why you probably paid a shitload more than you did from those days in Taiwan. No longer
Yes,
$50,
yes, 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 yes.
right?
Yeah, that was a surprise. I didn't actually see that coming because I was so content as a 26-year-old selling $50 paintings. I just felt so successful because I
Yes.
was covering all my costs. I was
Yes.
saving a little bit of money and I was having a great time and I was
Yes.
painting every day.
And do you follow any rituals? Because you're an artist. So from morning to evening, I mean, it could be probably really easy to get absorbed in your art. Is there anything you do to keep yourself structured through the day? Or do you just sort of let yourself go? Because as a creative person, I know when I'm thinking of something creative, I let myself go and then I forget breakfast, lunch, dinner
Mm,
because I'm planning like a handbag collection.
yeah.
It's just like you're on another
Yeah, I
zone, right?
experienced that. Yeah. I noticed that on painting days, the day feels like maybe 3 hours long. And
Yes.
excuse me, my cat's gonna knock over this vase. Yeah, she's
Right.
so
And guys,
naughty.
please go ahead and ask your questions. We will put it to Iris. So if any of you have questions, please do ask it. And yes, this conversation is being recorded and it's going to be available on both of our profiles. But please feel free to go ahead. Sorry, Iris, you were saying.
Oh yeah, before my cat almost broke the vase.
Yes.
Um,
The flow
Painting
of
days feel
things.
like 3 hours and non-painting days feel like the actual 12 hours that goes by. There's some sort of strange time folding that happens when you're focused.
Yes. And given that there are so many distractions now with social media, WhatsApp, texts, people calling you, do you find it harder
Yeah.
and harder to focus?
Right. So, a couple years ago, I hired a person to help me
Okay.
take on Instagram and Facebook, so that I am not as prone to being sucked in, because I do find social media very addictive. Like I have a very hard time not scrolling.
Okay,
Very hard time.
I agree. And I'm looking for that person who blocks me from from scrolling.
Yes.
Um, so your style is very distinctively you. Do you think
Thank you.
this kind of art would have come about had you not gone to Taiwan? Had this kind
Well,
of
I
Irish
don't
art
know if
didn't
I
exist?
would have come upon it. I'm not sure. I'm not
Mm,
sure.
mm.
I
Because
know
running
that,
out of brushes it would be so cool. I mean, like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And so what I did is I finger painted only for about 10 to 12 years only. No
yeah,
brushes were even in the studio.
yeah.
And then around 2020, I started to branch out and started to dabble in as any tool I felt like it.
Right.
So the next decade will be more about range of technique and
Mm,
range of style.
mm. Very nice. So we did this collaboration a while back, and you very kindly actually approached us and gave us four of
Yeah,
your most stunning paintings. And I have to tell you, I love art. Like, I love it. Every time I travel, I will pick something which is distinctively from that country. And I fell in love with your pieces. Like, I fell in love.
thank you.
Why did you choose us to
Well,
collaborate?
I literally one day was just painting, and a
Mhm.
little voice in my head said, um, "I there's got to be a brand out there that's a vegan brand that you could just approach and say, I've got some great uh, colored designs. I'm not here to design for you, but I have some imagery. I wonder if you can see anything in it that you'd like to run with." with as a fashion designer. I thought, surely there must be a brand out there. And there were not very many brands that I thought were both vegan and fabulous. So when I found you, I was like, and I cold called you, and
That's
you
true.
responded. I was so honored. Yep, that's what I wanted. I wanted to find something that was cruelty free
Yeah.
and fabulous, had great designs.
And I want to tell everybody this because I think it's so important because Iris felt an affinity to us, but she was so selfless. She gave it to us. I expected
Yeah,
nothing in return.
no.
And
Well, I did get a sample purse, which was very kind of you. But I just wanted to it didn't take anything to send those images,
yes,
they already had them. So I just wanted to throw them your
yes.
way and see if you liked it enough to integrate it.
And that kindness paid forward to such a beautiful collection. I have some of these. So this is like the mini demi
Yeah,
bag. But look
I
at
love that
the
one.
artwork from Iris's collection. I don't know if you can
Yeah, a bit
see.
of color.
And it's
I
it's
think it's
it's
nice when you see handbags with color.
yes, because it's so hard to find, right?
It's really hard
It's
to find.
and to have art on a bag, I mean, it sort of really culminates and
Mm-hmm.
brings everything together, right?
I
Um,
think you did it in such an elegant way. It's not over the top. It's not too much art. It's just, it's there. You can notice it and you can appreciate it, but it's not too much in your face, it was exactly what I was hoping you would do with it.
yes, and I think that vision that you had, the way we sort of mix and match your paintings with the colors
Yeah.
is so elegant and so subtle, right?
Yeah, just
Um,
subtle. We just cropped details from much larger pieces. And
exactly.
yeah, I thought it turned out really nice. Really
I think
nice.
so. And the quality of the craftsmanship is beautiful. And
Mm-hmm.
this
I
collection's now
agree.
available on Nordstrom.
I
So
know.
anybody who's an
That's
Iris
just,
fan can have
yeah,
some of
that's the
her
best.
art on your bags. And I think it's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Um,
Yeah.
it, um, you know, there's a question over there. Somebody was asking is how many hours do you spend practicing mixing and matching colors? Is that
Oh, well, when I go into the studio, the whole day is spent mixing. I mean, I can make any color under the rainbow, truly, truly. Even some of the neons I can make. And if it exists, I can pretty much mix it. And it's great fun. You use a palette knife, and um, I've had some very good instructors over the years teach me how to find that color.
and you have mentors, so that's what you're saying. Is that something as
Yeah,
well? Yes.
I've had a couple mentors. Yes, some great painters.
Mm.
Daniel Gerhardt's, Annie Varnett, excellent, excellent painters.
Oh wow. Because I know in business we all need mentors, and I did not realize that
Yeah,
actually in every field you want to excel, you need mentors. So
yeah. You need
so
some buddies.
so so you've had a baby, your family's expanded, right?
Yes.
How
hmm
does that fit in? Because I'm sure it's like super joyful, but how do you manage? Because your baby is now 3 years old.
Yep, she's a three.
She's in three.
So, yeah, little Cleopatra.
Yeah.
It's funny. I I painting is such a that for me, I do love to get away and go work in my studio. So before the baby came, I wasn't sure if I would be too obsessed with motherhood to get away to the studio, but it's not the case at all. I totally take that baby and throw her into my mother's arms
Right.
during my work day, and
Yeah.
my happy to take the baby. Luckily, she's retired, and she lives right next to us.
Nice.
And when it comes 5 o'clock, the baby marches in
Yes.
and she puts on her painting clothes almost every single day. And she has her little corner where she very bossy informs me that I need to give her brushes and palette knife and and she can paint for maybe 2 hours at a time.
Are you
So I don't know.
serious?
Maybe she'll
At
be a
sleep?
painter.
Wow.
Two, really at two. She's been doing it since
So
one and a
Iris,
half, actually.
in Indian culture, we believe that there is rebirth, and
Mm,
people get attracted to the souls that they have affinity to from the past. So
mm.
you've attracted a painter into your life. There you
I
go.
think I did. I think I actually did a painter. And she always wants to watch videos of people painting
Oh wow,
things. And if I right now, she's like, no, I don't want that. She
that's
wants to
awesome
just watch
because
people painting.
right, but at 2 and 3 to be that focused on, she already knows what she wants to do, you know?
She appears to. Yeah, she
Yeah, she
appears.
appears to.
Time will tell.
Time will
Time will
tell.
tell.
Time will
Yeah,
tell. That's interesting, but I'm sure you're loving it.
I do.
Is there
I do
anything you would
love
have
it.
done different timing wise or anything?
Well, let's see. I had her, which is a little late in life. Maybe I would have done it 2 years earlier, would have probably been a little bit easier. But I
Yeah.
think it's all worked out beautifully.
Yeah. Um, Someone is saying that it's challenging meeting their income goals as well as managing a family.
Yeah.
How would you rely on art without a job? Do you have any advice for them?
Well, this is a hard one, and I can't really speak from experience because I I started painting full time as a 26-year-old with very little responsibilities.
Mm,
Very, very little.
mm.
Um, so, that's really just hard to answer.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. That's just a
Yeah,
tough one.
it is true. And somebody's made the comment, um, I don't know if I can, yeah, that art beyond impressions, as said, and it come to a point where we can live by art because nowadays it's more of marketing than making art. Would you agree with that, Iris? Good question, guys, by the way.
Is it more marketing than art? I don't
Mm,
think so. I
mm,
think that um, I think that there's a terrible shortage
mm.
of really well-priced art in
Okay.
general. When I go look at art being sold, I feel like the prices are just too high
Hmm.
across the board.
Okay.
And I tend to say if the art is not selling, the prices are probably too high. Because it may seem like collectors are just throwing money around, but they're not. Collectors are very savvy,
Right. Right.
and they know a deal when they see one, and they want to buy a deal. So I would say my advice to artists in general of all ages is it's better to sell 10 paintings for $100 each than one painting for 1,000 and have nine sitting around you can't sell.
Mm.
That's what I think.
I
I
think that's
really believe
fantastic
that that's
advice.
true.
Mm.
I really do. I think that you'll have more collectors. They'll be watching, and they'll be tracking you. And a lot of times, if you yourself minimum wage, $14 an hour, like it is in New Mexico,
Mm.
um, that's still so much better than working at McDonald's. There's so many jobs worse than painting. So I would say enjoy a low wage
Mm.
and work your way up slowly.
Mm.
I mean, that's all I know. That's all I know how to do it.
Yeah. Um, Someone's asking art beyond impressions. What would be a recommendation of a best tool or platform to sell art in 2026?
Probably TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Facebook,
Mm-hmm. Right.
um, probably in that order. Maybe invert that order. I'm not totally sure. It's not nearly as easy as it used to be.
That's right.
Um,
You'll have to do paid
Email
ads
lists,
as
I
well.
think, are better than they used to be. Email lists, I think, nowadays are getting better as a
Mm-hmm.
strategy.
Mm.
And possibly, which I haven't explored it much, but I've heard from some other artists that print little postcards in the mail now. No one throws that away because no one's getting anything in the mail anymore. So it's actually a special thing.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I'd like to experiment with that myself.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So that's a very good tip for you guys, art by impressions, and anybody else who's just, aspiring to be an artist like Iris is. Like today, she's very well established, but she's already gone through a lot of the hard work that's gone behind it because she wouldn't be who she is or been, have arrived at where she is at without all those hours of work. But with social media becoming more and more competitive, and Iris said so in the beginning, it's not as easy because you keep hitting those paid walls. So you're gonna have to do paid advertising as well to really be able to push your content to even your own audience. So it is getting more competitive. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
so Iris, we're now here at the last bit, so it's gonna be a fun rapid fire round.
Okay.
So you need to answer really quickly. Okay, that's
Okay.
okay. Painting at sunrise or at midnight?
Midnight?
um, the last thing that you painted just for yourself, not for anyone else.
Oh my God, that could be 10 years ago. I don't remember. For myself, you won't find anything. Four
Okay.
years ago. 4 years ago, maybe.
Okay. One word to describe motherhood.
Love.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah.
Um, um, the bag from our collection that you'd love to carry yourself.
Oh, what is it called? It's this big. It's black. It's perfect for like putting an iPad in. It's kind of tall.
Oh, the day night backpack.
Yes, yes. I love that one.
I,
And it has
I
straps for backpack as well as
Yes,
an
because
option.
that's got some beautiful art as well. The thick one, you can
Hmm
wear it as a crossbody or you can put it as a
hmm
backpack.
That's my favorite one by far.
Very nice. If art was a smell, what would it be?
Frosting?
Ooh, I love that. Um, Conscious luxury or fast fashion?
Conscious.
Yes, absolutely. Favorite food?
Kale.
Kale.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Oh,
I
love
would
kale.
I would never have thought that. And that sort of brings the rapid fire round to an end. If there was a last piece of advice you'd like to leave your audience with, Iris, what would it be?
My last piece of advice would be uh, I feel that the more vegetables I eat and the
Mm,
less, I mean, ever since I let go of meat,
yeah.
I feel like I can focus more. I feel like the vegan diet helps me stay, my blood sugar's much more steady and I can work and focus 8, 9, 10 hours. No problem. No problem. I think it's really helpful.
And guys, I would like to back her up 100% because just having like a plant-based diet has done wonders for my
Yeah.
body, my
Mhm.
complexion, my focus, my concentration. And it just, I mean, I feel like I'm in the greatest of health, really.
Yeah.
I
hmm
feel strong,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. That's
Oh, here's
awesome.
another piece of advice for people that are trying to be more plant-based.
Okay.
Uh, Everyone loves scrambled eggs, but if you buy Indian black salt,
Hmm.
probably on Amazon, if you add that to your tofu scramble, it
Hmm.
really makes it taste like eggs. It honestly tastes better than eggs. So if that's one of those sticking points is you miss your eggs in the morning, Indian black salt, just sprinkle it over your tofu and it's just yummy.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to try that tomorrow morning.
Oh, I figured you knew it.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Iris, thank you so much. It's been such an honor to have you, and it's been such a pleasure to reconnect. I really am so excited. Um, and I'm so honored. Thank you so much. It's
I'm
been
sure
fantastic.
that I'm sure the best is yet to come. I'm sure you have so many things up your sleeve. Congratulations again on the Nordstrom deal, and thank you for including me. Have a great day. And,
Absolutely. Thank you so
and
much.
Foxy says bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Ciao.